Hi everyone, and welcome to Sports Watch. If you like the content, please press the bell icon for further notifications and like, share, and subscribe to the channel. India and Pakistan are at the loggerheads once again. This time, it's for the Champions Trophy. Pakistan are the official hosts of the Champions Trophy 2025. It's an ICC event, and being a full member nation, Pakistan finally got their chance to host an ICC event after a long time. However, the tournament's future is in jeopardy as of now. The BCCI have confirmed to the ICC that the Indian cricket team are not going to travel to Pakistan to participate in the Champions Trophy. The ICC in turn have informed the PCB about this latest development. The PCB has emailed the ICC to give them in writing the reason behind India's withdrawal from the showpiece event. The PCB has been standing their ground and they want the entire tournament to be played in Pakistan as they have the hosting rights. If India don't come to Pakistan, then Pakistan too might follow a similar route and stop traveling to India for future ICC events like the T20 World Cup in 2026. The entire country of Pakistan seemed to echo the sentiment of the Pakistan Cricket Board. There have been talks about the tournament going ahead as planned without India. While that's the proposal, it's not so certain as to any broadcaster would agree to such proposal. India being the biggest market and the top earner, that proposal might be all at bay. Talks about a hybrid model are also on the way, but Pakistan have made it clear that they will not settle for any hybrid model. The Asia Cup 2023 was held in a hybrid model with India playing all their matches in Sri Lanka. It turned out to be a nightmare for the host Pakistan then, as they saw the main matches moved out of their country. Even the finals were played in Sri Lanka. So, despite being the hosts, Pakistani fans felt they have been deprived. So, keeping that in mind, the PCB have rejected the hybrid model right away. They propose that India can play all their matches in Lahore. In that way, they don't have to stay in Pakistan and they can return home on the same night to Amritsar to the Wagah border. But that proposition would fall flat on its face, so it's a stalemate. Pakistan are saying, why are the Indian government or the BCCI raising their concerns now? Why hadn't they said so when they had signed the memorandum of understanding in 2021? Now it's a bit rich of Pakistan to assume that India will come to Pakistan given the current bilateral relation between the two nations. The last time India visited Pakistan was in 2006. Since then, the bilateral ties between the two nations have snapped. They play each other only in ICC events. It's the prevalent narrative in Pakistan that the political dispensation isn't allowing cricket to commence between the neighbors. That, however, is a white lie. The main reason behind normalcy returning is cross border terrorism. Pakistan has continuously indulged in cross border terror attacks in India. There are too many examples to cite. Indians have lost their lives at the hands of these terrorists. So you can't have cricket in the backdrop of these dastardly attacks. It's too fresh in the memory of the Indian people to forget all that. Sports often bridges gap between nations. It brings joys to billions across the globe. But how can anyone explain that to the person who has lost their near and dear ones, who is serving the country because of these uncalled, cowardly acts of violence? It would be an insult to the memory of those martyrs who lost their lives while serving their country. So, unfortunately, cricket is the biggest sufferer. But there have been arguments like, but what about the Indian blind cricket team that visited Pakistan recently? Or some other Indian teams who have done the same? The answer is simple. On moral grounds, they shouldn't have. But how many eyeballs did those matches have? Almost none. And how many people watch an India Pakistan cricket match? It's in the billions. It's the biggest rivalry in sport. It's also the biggest match in terms of revenue. So it stays in the memory of the people who are watching. Playing in another country is different, but going to a nation with whom you have had multiple wars and who is still stabbing you in the back would be turning a blind eye to all those actions. So that's the context. Other teams may agree to play there, but they don't share the same history with Pakistan as India do. They don't have borders with Pakistan. They haven't fought wars with them. They haven't lost so many citizens to them either. So it's not the right comparison. On the financial aspect, India generates 80% of the revenue in cricket. The BCCI is the richest board. So can the ICC have a tournament without its biggest revenue generator? Can it hold a tournament without India and thereby find itself in the wrong books of the BCCI? Actions will have consequences. And if it comes down to a choice between India and Pakistan, will the ICC pick Pakistan over India? A country that is running with a begging bowl to the IMF every other day versus a country which is the fifth largest economy in the world. Don't think that the ICC is so foolish. There will be a compromise at some point of stage, and eventually Pakistan will be the one to bend the knee. India at the moment are too big in the world of cricket to undergo any compromise, at least in this particular area. Let me know in the comment section what you feel. And if you like the content, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel.